to Australians is this. This referendum is about recognition through a voice, it's about listening, and it's about better results. It's about making sure we listen to the ask of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians who have asked for recognition through a voice and whose aspirations for their children are for more opportunities, better education, better health outcomes and a brighter future. Just the same as every parent wants for their child, better opportunities, and that's what the voice is about. Happy to take questions.
Minister, sorry to start on a negative, but I guess, do you think that a referendum loss means a change in government?
Well, this is a referendum, well the answer is no, but we are campaigning to win, and we are campaigning to talk to Australians about why this is important. And we understand that Australians have questions, and part of what we are doing here today is talking with and engaging with the diverse communities Australia encompasses about what this referendum is about.
So you don't take the result necessarily as a vote in confidence in the current government?
Look, we've been asked to do this by Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians, and look, I understand that Mr Dutton wants to turn this into politics and a political test. I understand that Mr Dutton wants to close the door on what Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians have asked. That's what he wants to do, and everything he says and does is about that. But this isn't about politics. This is about people. This referendum is about people. It is about our First Nations people and the rest of Australia listening to what has been asked for, understanding that hope, understanding the request for recognition, for listening and for better outcomes.
Speaking about Dutton, what do you make of his commitment that if this referendum fails, that he would hold another referendum on recognition for indigenous people if he was to win the next election?
Well, I'd say two things. One is we have a referendum. It's next month, and we have an opportunity now to do this together as a community. And I'd encourage people, if you're unsure, find out more. I'd encourage people to talk to one another to find out what this is about, because we have nothing to lose and everything to gain from a yes vote.
Do you think Australians want to potentially vote in 2 referendums in 5 years?
Well, what I know about Mr Dutton is for him this is not about people, this is about politics and about his party and his political position. And I think this should be about people and what sort of country we want. I think listening to what First Nations Australians have said to us. We want recognition, we want listening, and we want better results. That's what this is about.
And referendums are obviously expensive as well. Do you think for Dutton to make that proposition, is that socially and economically responsible?
Well, we have a referendum already. And I'd encourage people, you know, I'm sure people understand that when Mr Dutton speaks, whatever he says, it's about opposing this. That's what he's about. He wants to say no to this, just as he wants to say no to so much.
He said he's also willing to work with the Labor Party to find common ground. Is that what your experience has been?
Well, we spent months trying to find common ground with Mr Dutton on this, and ultimately he made a political decision. But the rest of the country, we have to make our own decision. All of you have to make our own decision, which is which way you vote in a referendum. And I'd encourage everyone to find out more if you're unsure. And I'd say to everyone, there's nothing to fear here. We have everything to gain, nothing to lose.
Speaking today, you talked about your experience as an immigrant and talked about how it's really important
to belong
and to talk about multicultural Australia. What important role do you think diverse communities in Australia will play, and do you think they're more inherently likely to support the voice?
Well, I think those of us who come from overseas or have parents born overseas do understand the importance of belonging. We understand the importance of respect, and we understand the importance of listening. And I think communities with that experience will listen to what Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders have to say. I hope all Australians will listen, because what they have said is I think, worth listening to.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.